Today, I'm going to be taking you through some of the playlist curators that I reached out to that I got their information off of Playlist Hub. Playlist Hub, as you can see in the background, it's their dashboard. If you can look up here, the link says playlisthub.io. And I just want to first show you how I got their contacts, and then we go into the emails and see what kind of progress we've made, because I have actually got some results, but I'll share that with you later in the video. So the first thing we need to do, let me just move this out of the way, is come to the menu on the left-hand side, and then come to the tools section, this drop-down menu. So once you click on it, these are the options under it, and you come to external curators. So under external curators, you can see that they have over 4,500 playlists. These are the number of credits I have in my Playlist Hub account. You cannot do anything without credits. It's basically like paying for the service a bit. And then this is the cost per contact. So this is how much you need to pay in terms of credits, 5 credits per contact you unlock. And then these are the number of playlists that I have unlocked within the Playlist Hub platform. So what I'm going to do is come and click on the unlocked. I'm going to filter the playlist by the unlocked playlists. I don't know if that's accurate, but when I click on that, you can see these are the playlists that I have access to. Now, as you can see, some of them are not really part of the genre that I create music around, or the song that I wanted to promote. They are not catering to that genre. You can see they have pop, indie pop, indie pop, and the song that I released is hip hop, right? It can also kind of double as alternate or alternative hip hop, but the hip hop playlists were actually much less than the pop or indie pop playlists. Now you'll find that a lot of these playlist curators have more than one playlist. And when you unlock a contact, say a curator has a hip hop playlist, once you unlock their contact and they're using the same email on their other playlists, say they have a pop playlist or they have an R&B playlist, then you unlock all their playlists, which is why I have 314 playlists unlocked, right? Because I did not unlock 314 emails. But anyway, that's just part of the backstory. Now, the number of playlists I reached out to are about 5 or 6, and I'm going to show you what kind of email I sent them. So one of the things that I did was actually create a pitch within this platform. Now, I did a video where I broke this down. I showed the process, and I'm going to leave it linked down in the description. But basically, you come in here, you select the track that you want to actually create a pitch for. So the track I was creating a pitch for was Good Lord. So I'll click that, and then I select the playlist I want to send the pitch to. So maybe Hip Hop Heroes. And then their email automatically generates within this. So from my email to their email, and then I come in here, I talk about the song that I want to pitch to them. And then after that, first of all, let's first talk about what you put in that information, or what you put in this particular space. So here you talk about probably what the song was about, and then you talk about any achievements that you have so far in your journey. Maybe you've made a performance, or you've done a performance at a notable event, or maybe you've got an award, or maybe you have this number of streams that are impressive. That's what you add here, because those are things that might kind of speak to the curators of the playlist you're trying to reach out to. And you also talk about the song. What was the inspiration behind it? Or you put all that stuff inside here. They're even giving you, they're basically giving you some guidance. So share your story to make your pitch stand out, recent streaming milestones of playlist features, press coverage, all that. And then after you've put that in, you generate with AI. I'm going to put the link in the description of a video of me talking about that process, so that I don't really have to repeat all that. So let's now go to the email so that I can show you what was generated once I put it in here, once I fill that space. So let's go to the sent option. Boom. So these are the emails that I sent out, right? Starting from here. So I sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, these are the 5 emails I sent. And then we are going to also talk about these 2. So also I sent these 2 emails. So that's 5, 6, and 7 emails, right? But this is where the results really came in, these 2 emails. So I'm going to keep that for later on. I just want to show you these 5 emails that I sent first. So let's start from here. The email that was generated via AI was, "Hey there, I wanted to submit a track for your consideration that I think would be a great fit for your audience. Mr. from Uganda's Good Lord is a deeply soulful and energetic piece with influences from Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Nas. With its gripping lyrical narrative, dynamic beats, and rich vocal delivery, Good Lord would be a perfect addition to your Hip Hop Heroes playlist, capturing the essence of raw and inspiring hip hop storytelling. I would love for you to give it a listen and see if it resonates with your audience." Now, that is what the AI generated for me. I think the only parts I needed to switch out were the name of the playlist, because I basically copied this and pasted across the other emails. And then here is the link to the song. So you can see this is a Spotify link. Once they click on that image, this is where it redirects them. And then here I was like, "Let me know what you think, and I appreciate your time." So across the other emails that I sent, all I was changing was this here, and basically sending that out. And then I would also change the subject of the email. So a perfect fit for Hip Hop Heroes, because that's the name of the playlist I'm reaching out to. So here I didn't get any reply. The next thing here, remember that each contact that I got cost 5 credits, right? So I didn't get a reply for that. For this, I sent the same thing. You can see the change I made here was top 100 songs. It's raining right now. I really hope it's not messing up the audio. But basically, it's the same email with a change in the name of the playlist. And this one responded. It actually took them, let's see how long. They literally responded that same day, right? June 15th, June 15th. And they were like, "To view playlist, this is the playlist. Let's take a look at it." Yeah, so it's basically a link tree. They have their website, they have the YouTube channel, they have Spotify playlists, and they have SoundCloud. And I think this is basically his business, right? All he does is music promotion. And he really moved like a business for real, because he sent me prices. It's not free for him. And I don't even know if it's free for the others, because none of them, well, one of them replied, "You're going to see what I mean later on." So playlist packages, one plus month packages, top 20, $1,000, one playlist on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora. These are all these platforms. And then you get 80 to 100K average streams/views. Top 50, $500. This is how much you're paying to be part of the top 50 playlist, right? One playlist on these platforms. And then you average 40 to 50K streams or views. And then below 50 is $300, the same. And then you average 20 to 30K average streams or views. And then Spotify algorithmic ad campaigns. So if you do not know what a Spotify algorithmic ad campaign is, here I'm actually kind of guessing, because I know Spotify algorithmic playlists are basically playlists that are created by Spotify or the Spotify algorithm. They're not created by a human being. So it's really based on the performance of your song and maybe the audience of the music, like the person who's going to be listening to the music. Those are the Spotify algorithmic playlists, right? So you find like Release Radar or maybe those Friday playlists. I don't have a name off the top, but these are the kind of playlists. They don't have a human being creating them. They are created by the Spotify algorithm. So here, 1+ month placements. So basically here, you're running ads so that you can kind of be picked up by the algorithm, because the algorithm maybe notices that, this song is doing well. Many people are listening to it. Let's try suggesting it or putting it in these different playlists that will expose it to more people, right? So 1+ month playlist or placements, 100% organic, 3K to 25K average listeners. Top 20 is $300, one playlist and algorithmic ads. So here you're just running ads. Top 50, $150. That's how much you're paying for this. Then below 50, $75 is what you're paying. And then YouTube playlisting as well. You can see here 1+ month placements. You're placed on a playlist for 1 month plus. I don't know what the plus means, but basically here 100% organic. You should expect 2 to 20K average views. So for top 20, you get $300. You get to pay $300 in order to be playlisted on YouTube. Top 50 and $150 is what you're paying, and then below 50 is $75 that you're paying. And then here, YouTube ad targeting campaigns. The minimum order is 100K plus impressions. And I do not know. I feel like maybe here there should have been a price, because here it says any country you pay $70 per 20K impressions. So based off of this math, and I might be wrong, I take it that for 20K impressions you're paying $70. So for 100K, which is times 5, you're basically paying $350 for this. He's told you the minimum order is 100K plus impressions. So basically, you're going to spend $350 minimum to advertise, to run YouTube ads on your song, basically. So YouTube channel monetization, you need 1K subs. So this is now other stuff. And the payment options: Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, Stripe. I don't know why there is no PayPal, because I'm located in East Africa, this wouldn't work for me. But I guess it would be a discussion. I didn't engage this because if you know what this challenge is about, it's not about paying for the promo necessarily. I was using a lot of my resources that are just available to me, unpaid resources. And it didn't fit the bill for that. So that's one of the responses that I got when I reached out to this playlist curator, the top 100 songs. Now, the next person that I reached out to was TXL. So TXL Review, they had a lot of playlists. Let's just go to the playlist hub and let me show you what I mean. So let's look at this. I want us to do hip hop. Out hip hop and rap trap. Okay. Then we do English as well. All right. So you can see here the TXL playlists were many, right? And they share the same email. So I unlocked one contact, what I was telling you earlier. I unlocked one contact and all of them were unlocked since they use the same email. So hip hop TXL 44, 43, 41, 40, you can see 39, 1. So all these were available. And what I did was look at the top playlists. What playlists have the most followers, as you can see here? And let's go now to the email. That's what I did. I focused on the TXL playlist 1 and TXL playlist 38 because at the time they had the most followers. Let's see right now actually how they are doing. So 1 here is at 49. They are pretty low in terms of followers, but you know, it still counts, right? If you can get someone to listen to your song, it still counts. So I did 1 and 38. 38 is here. So 25. Playlist 1 here is 49 and then 38 is 25. And at the time, those were the playlists with the highest number of followers. So I focused on that. I talked about the 2 and I didn't get any reply. As you can see, this is over 15 days ago. At this point, we are almost at 20 days. Boom. So the next person here was the playlist curator was called Jendo 5007 and their playlist was 2025 hip hop rap bangers. I did the same thing. As you can see, I didn't get any reply. And then this, I sent an email. This one, the playlist is called Pop Trap Hits. And when I sent the email, it basically bounced back because the address was not found. And that's how that went. That's the reply I got. And then I also sent out these 2. Now, these 2, this is Emily, right? So she had 2 playlists, just like the TXL playlists. One was Hip Hop Heavyweights, and the other one was Hip Hop Essentials. So I reached out. I was like, I wanted to submit a track for your consideration, the same email, that's the same template. And then I changed the name Hip Hop Heavyweights. And they replied a day after. And they were like, hey, thanks for contacting us. Unfortunately, due to a personal matter, I believe here they wanted to say due to a personal matter with Emily, they are ceasing operations this month. I don't know if they meant they are ceasing completely or just for that month. They say if you're looking for legit Spotify promotion, our friend David at solidstatetalent.com is taking over campaigns for us. He'll give you a free trial if you reach out, tell him the Emily Arnold agency sent you, and they'll get you taken care of. So I guess this is Emily, and this email is the one that I reached out to. Now I'm going to share with you how that conversation has gone, because I reached out to him and we've actually made some progress. So this is the same response that they gave me. I actually replied. I was like, "Hey, Emily's team, please excuse the late response," because I replied like, how many days is that? Over 10 days after. "Please excuse the late response. Thanks for the recommendation above. I have reached out. I hope Emily is well, but if not, able to bounce back better than ever." Boom. So it's the same response I gave here, or rather the same email I sent, and they gave me the same response as well. Now I reached out. I took a bit of time to reach out to David. So when I reached out, here is what I said. So I reached out 6 days ago, as you can see. "Hey, David, the Emily Arnold agency sent me your way when I reached out to them for the opportunity to get playlisted on their Spotify playlists. Please let me know how we can work together." David goes, "Hey, mister, thanks for reaching out and glad Emily's team connected us. I would be happy to help. We can start with a free 5-day trial campaign where we place one of your tracks on playlists that match your sound. No cost upfront, just a way for you to see how everything works. Just send over the Spotify link to the song you would like us to feature and we will take it from there. Looking forward to hearing your music." I replied, literally he replied on the same day. Then I replied the day after. I was like, "Hi, David, you're welcome and thanks for the opportunity. Here is the link to my song." Boom. And then David, "Hey, glad to hear from you. Caleb, or Caleb, I don't know how you say that, mentioned you would be reaching out. I'll go ahead and pitch your song out to some curators and get back to you once I secure a few placements. This video I made also explains the process in more detail. Stand by for those placements. I'll send the list over shortly." So basically this video was him just telling me how it works, how he works with artists, right? So he walked me through the process. I'm not going to play the video, but basically you can feel free to reach out to him. I don't mind really giving him some promo. Yeah, so I replied. I was like, "Hey, David, this has been well received. Looking forward to it." And this, he replied 2 days ago. "Got some good news. I just got approval from a few curators. Your song will be in this playlist soon." So I want to actually check this out with you guys, because this was the whole point of this video, showing you what progress I've made since using external playlist curators provided by Playlist Hub. So he has sent me here 5 playlists. He says, "Let's catch up in a few days and check how it performs." Let's see. I just want to open all the 5 and see what's up. Boom. This is my song. So, okay, that's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is it. The first one is that TikTok song. Over 4,000 saves. Let's look for my song. If it has yet been posted, boom. So we have a post. It was posted 2 days ago, or rather added to this playlist 2 days ago. We're in the 18th position. Let's see how that goes, because he said we have a 5-day free trial and then we shall have a discussion around this. So I guess we shall also check out my statistics or analytics within my Spotify for Artists account. So the first one we've been added. The playlist is called That TikTok Song. The next one is Main Character Energy. Over 4,000, almost 5,000 saves. I believe saves are important, because as soon as someone adds a song, I think it's recommended to Spotify listeners. I'm still new to this whole Spotify thing. So if you know better and you feel maybe I'm not portraying it as accurately as it should be, let me know down in the comment section. But let's see if we've been added. Yeah, number 19 right here 2 days ago. So the song was added. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the Spotify for Artists analytics are saying. The next playlist is Fresh Rap Friday, over 4,000 saves. Again, 2 days ago, I was added. I'm at number 16, Fresh Rap Friday. Then Indie Popcorn, over 4,000 saves. These are some serious playlists, at least to me. You know, I'm sure there are some that have 100,000 saves. Some of these big playlists. Ooh, this is 2 days ago. I'm in number 5. I can see that he's just started adding new music. I'm curious, was I number 1 on this playlist at a certain point? Interesting. I think I was, because 2 days ago, this is 1 week ago, I was probably number 1 at a certain point. I'm curious to see if this shows up in the Spotify for Artists analytics. So let's look at the next and our last playlist as offered by David and his team. So Metal Kitty Vibes, over 5,500 saves. And we are in number 3 because 2 days ago. So these guys last updated this playlist in April, March, April, May, June. Damn, it's about a month and a half, almost 2 months since they last updated. So they added me, and I'm curious to see what impact this had. I'm wondering if these playlists are genre specific. I'll probably go back and listen to them to see if my song really fits with the playlist or they just threw it up there. We'll see how it goes. But those are the 5 playlists that I was added to by David's team. David Solid State Talent. You can check out his work. You can reach out to him and see if he can help you out. Again, this channel is here to see to provide resources for you guys to be successful in some sense, you know. Because I think I've never crossed 1,000. I know I've never crossed 1,000 Spotify streams. This is probably going to be the first song to do that. So I'm excited for that. Now let's go into my Spotify for Artists account to see what is on that side. Spotify for Artists. Let's see what has happened. Boom. Wow, okay. The last time I checked, if you check the last video that I dropped, which was yesterday, my streams were at 961 or 963. But right now I can see I've gained over 150 new streams in the last day. I mean, I've been added to playlists as well by Groover. So in addition, also these that have been added to, I'm just curious to see what playlists have actually contributed to this. So let's go and take a look. Let's go to the music. Something maybe I also want to show you is, just look here. Something I look forward to is seeing this actually change. So every time I've come into my Spotify for Artists account, I've found that this is 0 people listening now. So I'm curious how this will change over time as I continue to do all these promo efforts. I look forward to seeing even 2 people listening to the song right now. That shit will make me happy. I won't lie. So now let's go to the music. You can see that the song has got over 1,000 streams. My first song to get that. We've had 692 listeners in the period that I've been promoting this song using playlists. We have 71 saves. So now let's go into the analytics properly and take a look. So the song over 1,100 streams. Boom. Okay, we can see a big jump here from 30th. So over the last 2 days, these 5 playlists plus whatever efforts I've been putting in with Groover have contributed to this jump. And we are going to take a look at what playlists have done that. You can see here I've had 21 playlist ads. So we have listeners. Again here, we've seen a jump. Each listener has listened 1.6 times. This has dropped a bit because the last time I checked it was 1.8. So it's a little less than 2 times for every listen, which is something that's expected. The more people, the more traffic you get to your song, I believe, and this is just marketing as well, the more traffic you get through the door, the less people are likely to consume your product, or in this scenario, your song, repeatedly. They'll give it probably one chance and they're like, I'm not feeling it, or it's not my style. So it just happens when you get more volume towards your product or your song. So we have 21 ads. We can see here we've had a jump in playlist ads, and then we have saves. So we had the highest saves here around June 15th, and now we are having a resurgence in the number of times it has been saved. So let's go to the source of the streams. We are seeing here other listeners' playlists have contributed 73%, and then listeners' own playlists and library. This is interesting because it's the first time I've seen a percentage increase in this particular source. So I wonder where this is coming from. And then here, Spotify algorithmic playlist, we have 26%. Let's go to the location. We still have Brazil as our top location for streaming, but the United States is has quickly risen to over 150 streams coming from the United States. So I take it it's from these playlists that have been added to, plus I think Groover, but we're going to see which playlists have actually contributed to this. We can also see Nigeria has gone up. We can see Uganda. I think because of the change in the time period here being captured, Uganda has gone down because at a certain point we were at 6. I think yesterday when we checked. Right now it's at 4. We see France, and yeah, we see more countries being added. But this is interesting because the United States now has jumped in the chart. So, boom, these are the actual places where the streams are coming from. And then let's go now to the playlist, the long-awaited playlists. And the top playlist, here are the top 9 of 14 playlists the song has been added to. Indie Popcorn, here. One of the playlists that were added to by David. We're number 5 here. It has given us 33 streams as of July 1st. Main Character Energy, another one added, we were added to by David, has given us 32 streams. Fresh Rap Friday, another one by David, has given us 31 streams. That TikTok song, 28 streams, again by David. Metro Kitty Vibes, 26, again by David. So we are seeing that the 5 playlists that we were added to by David have actually given us results in the 2 days that we've been added there. We've got over 100 streams, right? I feel like it might actually be all the 161 that came from the US. I feel like all those have come from these top 5 playlists. So it looks like David is doing a good job. Reach out to him and see, what you guys can do together, because obviously something is working. All of them here happened on July 1st. And of course, I'm now waiting to see what the results have been over the last day and maybe today, because I know it takes a bit of time to update. Now, these playlists are from Groover. You can see here I got 7 from Groover, 6 from Groover. Hypostation gave me 6 and 4 streams. So these are from the Groover platform. If you don't know Groover, I'm going to leave links below so that you can check out the videos that I've been putting out about using this particular Spotify playlisting company to try to get me a bit of traction on the song. And that is really it. Again, we have 1 day left on this challenge. This is day 29. Join me on day 30. We'll probably come back and look at the Spotify for Artists account. And I also plan to create a canvas for the Good Lord song, because as we close out this challenge, I just want to make sure I put this song to rest. Like, I just now leave it to do its thing. Let the algorithm, let the universe just do its thing, and the song goes forward. We're now planning for the next song. I'm going to be announcing that probably in tomorrow's video, just to let you guys know what is coming next. I'll see you on day 30.